Sculpture named Finn. He is a Mako shark made completely out of hard, non-biodegradable plastic that was found on the coastlines of Oregon. Volunteers did several beach cleanups, found thousands and thousands of pounds of garbage of plastic, and we're able to make this beautiful sculpture to illustrate the impact that pollution has, specifically plastic pollution, has on ocean life. And sometimes you'll see some everyday household items, and a lot of the times we don't make that connection that the things that we toss out or don't recycle can impact ocean life, like plastic water bottles, even toothbrushes, fishing nets. So we hope that when guests come and see Finn here at the Mako realm, they'll have a little more understanding of the impact that humans have on ocean life. Now, sharks are just one of the many species that are affected by ocean pollution, and they are an apex predator of the ocean. And what we've learned from land animals is that when predators are removed from an environment, the entire ecosystem can be destabilized. So if sharks are removed from their environment or their populations are decimated, that throws the entire ocean ecosystem off balance. So it's very important for us to help the population of sharks as well as every other ocean and marine animal. If you guys have any questions about our Mako shark Finn, please ask away. If you'd like to get closer and take good close-up shots of the different plastic items that make him up. And if you also want to take a moment and look right down at what you're standing on, this is one of my favorite things of the realm. We have a life-size whale shark built right into our walkway, which I just think is beautiful. But again, if you have any questions about our sculpture, please ask away. And we also have a shark expert, Jim, who's on standby to answer any of your shark questions. You're welcome.
I have a question. You said all of this came from the state of Oregon, right?
Oregon.
Do you have this program in other states where you collect debris for the purpose of sculpture?
Well, SeaWorld does participate in coastal cleanups all the time, and we will ship our trash when the certain plastic items to the Wash the Shore project, who we've commissioned to create this. So they're based in Oregon, which is why most of this trash came from there, because their volunteers are right there locally and bring it right to their center. But we here at SeaWorld do a lot of coastal cleanups and help support them. I don't know if you guys remember in the Sea Garden during our year-and-a-half-long 50th celebration, we had 3 sculptures in the Sea Garden made by the Wash the Shore project as well. And now those sculptures are circulating around the country to different schools and museums. So when Finn is done here at the Mako realm, he'll do the same thing. And throughout that time also, he'll be attending schools and other events to educate children about ocean pollution.
If you guys want to learn more about sharks or have any questions about sharks, Jim is available.
And we have some sharks right behind us in the shallows if you want to go see them.
Jim, can you talk to us about the population of sharks and where they stand right now? I know it's the shark finning is a big problem. Can you come over here in front of us so we can video you while you talk to us about how important it is?
If you don't mind moving these areas so we can have the sharks on the background, will that work for you?
Yep.
Yeah, of course. That would be a better. That way, you know, we have some sharks in the background.
Just wanting to know what the status of sharks are in the wild right now. I know that shark finning is a big problem. So So can you tell us about the health of sharks in our
Okay,
oceans
no
and what
problem.
can we do
We'll be here for a little while
to
longer.
help support
We'll
that?
do some more. We'll probably post it up on our
Yeah, shark finning
Facebook
is
page, and probably Twitter,
critically
and probably Instagram
compromising
too.
the shark population. Roughly 70 million sharks a year are pulled from the wild for shark finning, which is, you know, an awful practice. It's where the fins of the sharks are removed and then the animal's body is returned back to the water, where it either dies on deck or after it's returned back to the water. And this is a critical situation, because if we continue down this path of 70 million sharks a year from finning, 100 million sharks in total if you include bycatch and other means where they're taken from the wild, this destabilizes the population of our oceans and the overall health. So what can happen, if you think about it, the food sources for the sharks, those other fish species, if those fish species do not stay in check, okay, if the sharks don't help maintain that balance, the population density, it can bloom and crash, and it can actually dramatically affect the overall fish population or animal population in the oceans. So if you remove that apex predator, it completely destabilizes the rest of the ocean population. Do you have any other questions for me?
Oh, what can people at home do to stand?
Sure. Well, the most important thing you can do is awareness, first of all. Now, one practice we have here at SeaWorld is any of the seafood that we bring into our restaurants come from sustainable sources, okay? Now, that means that the food items are collected in a humane sense in regards to there is no bycatch. The sharks are not caught up in the nets or on the fishing lines when these food items are collected. So that's one of the biggest things you can do. Ocean pollution is a big problem. Not only the waste that we cast out in the ocean, which can be consumed by other animals and subsequently consumed by sharks, that also plays a major role. And to be aware of shark finning. We are against shark finning. We have partnerships where we are publicly stating that we are, against the practice of shark finning and pushing for legislation to curtail that activity, because it is, in a sense, the #1 reason that sharks are removed from our oceans, and it needs to stop.
Can you talk about what sharks are on display inside the attraction?
Absolutely. Here at SeaWorld, we have about 15 different species of sharks. In our shark encounters specifically, we have several species of large sharks, such as the sand tiger, we have the Atlantic blacktip, the sandbar shark, we also have the nurse shark. Out here at our shark shallows, we have some of our smaller species of sharks, the Pacific blacktip, the white tip, the white-spotted bamboo shark, and we also have a very nice male zebra shark. So these are many of the species that are from all around the world, many of which are actually sustainable within our group here at SeaWorld.
And what experiences allow guests to get up close?
Well, we have several opportunities. When you're here in the shark realm, not only can you ride Mako, SeaWorld's new hypercoaster, but you can also learn about shark conservation here in the shark realm. You can walk through the shark encounter and see sharks in our habitat. You can also have lunch or dinner here at the Sharks restaurant and sit right next to the sharks as you eat your meal. A really unique experience.
Are there still going to be the behind-the-scenes tours where you can go back and pet the bamboo shark and things
Absolutely.
like that?
We do have the behind-the-scenes tour where we showcase sharks. We do have the opportunity to touch a shark and learn more about their conservation.
Jim, could you say your first and last name and spell your last name?
Jim Kinsler, Kinsler.
And your position is?
Assistant Curator of Fishes.
Someone watching wants to know if there's any kind of shark feeding that you have or offer.
Currently, we feed our sharks usually before park opening. So as of right now, we do have the stingray feeder pool, which is a very unique experience where people get to touch and feed the rays. But currently, because we watch the sharks' diet so closely, We feed a lot in the mornings. Now the smaller sharks out here in shark shallows, we do have a feeding opportunity for these animals that you see out here. So anytime during the day, our guests have the opportunity to come out to this location right in front of the shark encounter and feed these animals.
Do you still have the plan where you can buy the card and do the sharks, the sea lions?
It's seasonal. During the summertime, during peak seasons, we have other options, but usually on our shoulder seasons or after summertime, we have that opportunity. Any other questions, folks?